Hey, Chris Bergen here with Doug Castleman at Art Tehachapi 2025, and we're standing in the presence of this incredible painting that you're not going to believe when you see it up close. And with a good friend here, he's going to tell you all about it. And Doug, what is the inspiration behind this particular piece?
A couple of years ago, it literally snowed in Torrance where I live, which is extremely rare. And my wife said, "Hey, let's get up there after when she got home from work. Let's get up there to Rocket Ship Park, which is also in South Bay, to take pictures of the view." And she was right; it was fantastically clear. Very rare that it's this clear. But you can see the storm clouds are moving, a lot of snow, and there was actually some snow down here. This is Los Angeles at sunset, basically, because you can see the sun over my shoulder bouncing off this building here. Uh, Pacific Coast Highway (PCH) is right about here, and then there's a bluff, and the park is up on the bluff. So that's the view you can see from that spot. And this is an oil painting. So anyway, I did a print of my photograph, and I liked it so much. Plus, it was a best-selling print of mine for photographs that I thought, and by the way, I did the print in black and white. I said, well, since that's a popular print, I'm going to paint it. So I tried to make this even better than the photograph, but I did use a big monitor with Photoshop so I could zoom in on a certain section and just work on one part of the painting at a time. I literally put this into a grid pattern and painted basically a 2-inch square at a time. And it took 3 months. It took a month to draw all this and 2 months to paint it, working top to bottom, background to foreground, and increasing the values as you get closer for atmospheric perspective. So I try to keep the mountains way in the background and bring this forward. But my darkest darks are generally right around here, except for maybe around here. It's just so it comes forward.
Did any of your experience as an aerospace and his aviation work is spectacular if you haven't seen it. Did any of that work come into play in this piece as you were looking at the atmospheric perspective?
Oh yeah, yes, because you do a lot of atmospheric perspective in landscape and aviation art. You want to put the plane in the front, you got to put everything else in the background. Same thing here. I didn't want the mountains are spectacular, but I didn't want them to dominate the painting. I wanted people to look at Los Angeles, and hopefully your eye goes right here first. And most people say that's what happens to them. And then from there, they can explore with their eyes, the rest of the painting. There's one piece of aviation right there coming into land. The actual painting, the actual photograph that I used had 3, but I took 2 out for the painting. It's a little overdone.
So what do you think the Art Tehachapi experience has done for the community? Why do you think this event's important?
Oh, well, it gets people out here to enjoy and to experience fantastic art. Uh, this is my 4th year, and I'm always very honored to be part of it. I mean, just look around. There's some amazing art here. And like I said, I just think it's awesome that for Tehachapi to have a show of this quality and this caliber in Tehachapi is just amazing.
What advice would you give to up-and-coming artists? You were very gracious with your time last night with our mentor students. What were you telling them about becoming a future professional artist?
Keep at it, but be careful with competition, especially artificial intelligence. That's a real threat to real artists, in my opinion. I think they'll have a tougher time of it than I did because I didn't have to compete against somebody just putting in prompts and for free getting an image instead of having to pay an illustrator. Because I worked as an illustrator for a long time, and even photography and digital art started to cut into my business. And fortunately, I was getting old enough if I can start retiring and just do fine art. So it's a tough one for young people. They have to be very careful that they don't put all their eggs in one basket. But I always encourage anybody with any kind of talent to just keep at it, because even if you never make a sale, it's incredibly rewarding to be creative, whether it's music, dance, poetry, or painting, or photography. Anything.
Well, your work is amazing.
Thank you.
And as a man, and you're giving this of your time, is incredible. And I know that the girls really appreciated it last night. We appreciate it as a viewing audience. And if you would, zoom in on this, and let's just take a look at some of this detail.
But not my face.
Thank you, Doug. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.